I could get my light.
Really? Yeah, I didn't do that. Yeah, my light's not even working.
So this is the reason why, without exaggeration, millions of people have come to Saratoga over the years. And that is our magic water. You know, if we were here, about 300 years ago, this was all a very magical place to the Indians, to the Native Americans that lived here. It was the Mohawk Indians. There were pools and geysers and springs, and anytime they had a special event, they would bring, like a wedding or a boy becoming a member of the tribe. They would bring them here to have their special celebrations. The Indians had so many interesting spiritual beliefs. They believed in vampires.
Yep.
They believed that if a member of the tribe died and you fell asleep on their grave, that their secrets would go into your head and you would know what they were thinking. They also believed that when they look up at the sky and saw all those millions of stars up there, that was just deceased members of the tribe that were looking down on them. They didn't mind. So, all about in the 1750s, there was something going on here called the French and Indian Wars. And during those wars, there was a man named Sir William Johnson who was in charge of Indian affairs with his army, and he was shot by the French by muskets. People who were shot by muskets often died, and the Indians brought him here to Saratoga, brought him to another spring that it's not too far from here, called High Rock Spring. He stayed there for a few days. He drank the water, he bathed in the water, and he was totally cured. Word gets out, Saratoga has magic water. People start flocking here. And those 10,000 hotel rooms that I was telling you about, the first thing that people staying in there did in the morning, they came down to have a drink at the Magna Building. By the way, Gideon Putnam's Hotel, right across from this, right on that corner over there, where the clock tower is. So as time went on, the doctors would come here and they would prescribe different springs for different things. So for example, that spring over there is called Columbian Spring. And it also has a nickname of headache spring. Reason why is it's full of iron. If you have too much iron, you're going to have a headache. But if you don't have enough iron, that's where you go to the spring for you. And you know, all of these springs, we have about 3 or so that are left, all these springs have different chemical contents. Doctors have different uses for all the different springs. During the tuberculosis that was going on in the early 1800s, doctors came here and built hospitals up about their own clinics and hospitals on Franklin Square, which is just a couple of blocks from here. So even after the Second World War, they brought a lot of the survivors of the concentration camps here, and they stayed here. Hydrotherapy was an important part of their lives, and they thrived
I'm
here.
gonna put my finger on it.
At the baths.
Yeah.
Right on top.
On the top.
So today,
After I'm
thinking
done,
that-
after I'm done with this tour, I'm putting back to the
there
ground.
are a lot of people around who swear by this water. It is an acquired taste. There are a lot of people who swear at it. It is full of minerals. It takes a
gross.
little while to get used to it. Some of it is
No,
full
my mom
of
just trying to get me to drink that stuff all the time.
Yeah.
But now it makes sense. She's American
full
Indian.
of bubbles.
She's like, this is magic water. You're gonna drink this little shit. I'm like, no. Your iron's low. No, it's not. So really, even though they didn't tell us about their beliefs and they hid it from us kids, they were still practicing. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, that's crazy.
That is really crazy to think about.
And it's not. And they didn't teach my mom that. Like, that just means your ancestors brought you back.
Yeah.
Think about it. Because she was determined to make all of us kids drink that water, dude.
So
You gotta
let's
drink
go
it?
find
Yes,
out
it's next.
why Spencer was so
Reminds me
upset
of Fat 48.
with what's going
Ugh.
on and what was going on in that building.
Yeah. But I want to put
Yeah, I want to put that.
I want to
thing-
put that device up here.
That's cool. That's cool. I can't get a flashlight.
I know. They won't even let me turn on my flashlight. I have the option to, but it won't turn it over.
Oh.
I don't know why. I was like, are you kidding me right now? Oh, it's talking. It said Julia. They're talking. It's because it's my building. I want to go in so badly.
That's a big building.
I want to go in that so bad, Josh.
That's at least 2 days worth of exploring.
Uh-huh.
Because there's 3 floors.
That's probably why I just heard Julie. Julia, you're near your building. You want to get in so desperately. He lets us in there, and I'm pulling out my equipment.
Oh yeah.
I'm
We
not
go through
joking.
there. Hell yeah.
I'm not joking. I'm like, this is the only option I have, man.
You know, I'm surprised they don't have a tour up yet.
Oh yeah, I feel that wind. Yeah. Yeah, tell them let me in there. I'll go in there. Or they want me to pay attention to this.
You said that you saw Ghost Hunters? Are you familiar with Ghost Hunters? Yeah? Did you ever see the episode related to this?
I
watched
every episode.
You know the guy who was in charge of the museum, Jamie? He wrote a letter to Ghost Hunters. Now, they used to get, they're not on right now, but they're coming back. They used to get 100 letters a week. But when they got Jamie's letter, they were here in 7 days.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
I see
Look at
him.
him go.
Goes on there, and if you haven't
See the orb?
Yeah.
It's chasing kids up the street.
you can watch it on YouTube.
Come back. Oh, there it is.
I got one as well. Might go.
You got one too?
Looks like they're getting. Are you
Oh, he's
getting,
going up towards the.
orbs already?
Oh, yeah.
This is a very. This
Ooh.
He's dancing there.
has a
Yeah, he's
lot
doing
of
something.
paranormal activity.
He's near the building. He's like,
They have tours on Halloween. They're right around Halloween. But
it's right there. It's going into like.
Oh, I see one down by the trash can.
There's one down near the trash can?
Oh, I see
there.
it now. Oh, is that
No,
just a
it's
reflection?
that's just a reflection. That there is no.
Dave said that
Oh.
It's only like just standing in front of me, dancing, and it's following people back and forth.
I like those signs.
That's cool.
Yeah. He just pointed in and he looked at it.
Whatever it is, they like the bicycles. What? Got more over near the.
I got one just faintly popping in and out. You see him?
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Shit. I just dropped my soda. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. That's
Like
cool.
right above the record.
But I think that one that was over here, Josh, earlier,
Yeah.
is from all the activity of kids skateboarding.
I got 2 of them dancing right now.
this is going to
Come on, cool. I want to see your wheels.
everybody, all the big shots at the time, like
Yep. See, here it comes.
Ulysses
I'm
Grant.
telling you, it likes the kids.
Kids are waking them up.
Yeah. Want to wave on camera? You want to talk? You talked to my ear earlier when I was walking down this way.
This, you had
What else you think?
one time it was
The
called
reader.
Morrissey's
You
Club.
should.
Founded by Morrissey, the guy.
Well, it's going to interrupt him because it's so loud.
Oh yeah. You'd have to walk off to do that.
That's what I mean.
You can always walk back through here afterwards.
And I don't want to like take his tour away.
Yeah. Yeah.
That boutique did more business during the summer. 3 months, remember, Saratoga was just a summer resort. Did more business in 3 months than their flagship store. So Morrissey was quite a character. He was very loved in the city.
Come on.
He was Saratoga, New York City.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Very popular. And the reason he was so popular is because he was honest. The people who were here, this was a very corrupt town, as I mentioned. Morrissey ran a straight place and the rest was very popular. People that were here at the time. One of them was Diamond Jim Brady.
There it is.
Yeah.
There we go. Sounded like it said the kids are showing off. It said move. I think just has to go back to Norwich. I want to go in that building. Really badly. Help. Yeah. There you go. Maybe. No. Look at that. Ghost.
Like a pair of eyes.
Yeah, it looks like a pair of eyes. It is. Hey, where you going? Let him go, y'all.
Yeah.
Hi. What is that, flowers? I know careful, because now that I moved, it won't let me move, Josh. Look at them. Oh, they're going fast.
He took off on me.
Right? There he goes. Right there. He's back.
One right here.
Right in front of me.
There we see him. I didn't see that one.
They're everywhere. They don't know if they want to come in from that side or this side. Look at them.
Right here, right above my finger.
I got two of them. Yeah, it's just dancing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He popped.
There, look at, he's right in front of me.
Yeah.
It's because they want this.
He wanted to talk to you.
Yep.
Isn't that the thing where it touches it and goes, "Beep"?
No, that's in there.
Oh.
This one speaks.
Yeah, this one speaks. This one tells us what they're saying half the time. Forgive me. What did I ask for forgiveness for? It's weird.
They haven't asked you to pray for them yet.
No, they haven't asked for that yet.
You probably get that before we're done.
Probably.
There's a cemetery out by my son's college that has in the shrubs carved "Pray for us."
Yeah, I get a lot of spirits on films that ask me to pray for them. But I mean, I can take out where they touch it, Josh.
Yeah.
Because that's where this was all coming from. Which is creepy because I used to play over here as a yeah. They used to have big ass swans that chased us. Forgive me. Oh, this is my mom.
Yeah.
I was complaining earlier, like that's why she had to drink that water, is because she's American Indian. They're still practicing their religion but hiding it from us kids. It's crazy. Like, whoever it is, it's walking. It's walking with us.
Yeah.
Back and forth, back and forth. Somebody's on the tour.
Somebody joined us.
Don't run into the pole.
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna have to come back there, Josh.
Yeah.
He's going right by
Yeah,
it.
after another day.
So I used to play there when I was a kid. Yeah, they're right up in there.
I have a green one.
I got one right up in the dam.
Right there.
Yeah.
Why is there like a green light there?
Look,
It's energy.
the green one.
It's morphine. Yeah. It's on my screen too.
That's pretty cool.
There's stuff up above too. That's crazy. Oh, here you go. It's gonna fall.
It keeps going with the camera too.
Yeah, it's gonna catch up with us. Those are just spots I have to check out later after.
And then in 1900, I mean, during that time, this was the premier resort in the United States. Everybody wanted to be here. But then in 1900, something happened that started a downhill slide for Saratoga. Now you could get in your car and go to Atlantic City or Poconos or Hampton. They closed gambling in the city. They moved it out to the lake houses around Saratoga Lake. All the mobsters of the day used to come here during the 20s and 30s. Well, mostly the 20s, the roaring 20s.
See.
Dutch Schultz and Al Capone. You know, Al Capone loved Saratoga so much that he called his club in Chicago the Saratoga Club.
It's right there.
I've written 2 books about those eras in Saratoga. One is called All the Law in the World, and the other gives you an idea what Saratoga was like.
Come and touch it. Come and touch it. Come and touch it. Come on. Come on. Come touch that. Come touch it. Come touch that.
By the 50s and 60s, downtown Saratoga was not a lot of stores, operations. And then in 1967, 3 things happened here. The first was they built the Saratoga Performing Arts Center.
There it goes, yeah.
With that, the second thing
fucking
that
hot.
happened was the
It's going.
87 was built from all
Why is it blue? Why? It's never done that, Josh.
Oh,
Remember the other lights light up.
Skidmore College.
What is it touching?
stop the beeping.
No, you touched it. I actually touched it, so. It's doing it again.
Seymour College became co-ed and moved to the other side of town. And so Skidmore has come from Saratoga, has come back very good. So all you have to do is look at the
There's nobody around it.
to know how much it has.
Alright. You guys are doing funky stuff.
All the way around to these haunted houses.
See, it should light up. Why is it lighting up only blue though?
But it's so cool.
I don't know if there is a camera there though. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Camera's too far away.
Yeah.
Like you literally have to be up on it.
Yeah.
Like I am right now. That's crazy.
That was pretty cool though.
That was cool. I can't get it. Oops, I'm hitting so. Oh my god, Josh.
Rest in peace, anybody who's using headphones.
Right? They'll be killing me on the website
Just
later.
had that right up to the mic too.
Right. Well, Congress is definitely haunted. It's a pond. It used to be a pond, anyway. It's still a pond. Here, I'll take it. I think I just upset. Do you hear me, Josh?
Huh?
I think I just pissed off that lady. It's because there's a camera. No, it's not because there's a camera. You literally have to be up on it. You gotta touch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, he's talking to ghost investigators.
Yep.
Pretty effective.
Yep. She's freaked out. She's freaked
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
She's definitely freaked out. She was expecting all that. Maybe not. I could be wrong.
Well, we did warn the guy that we had everything with us.
No, he told me I could do it.
Yeah.
He wants my name for the YouTube channel. Yeah, he wants to subscribe to it and tell people to look it up.
Yeah.
Well, it would help him make more ghost tours, basically. I want to know why the one ghost said forgive me. Like, for what?
He did something in his past?
Maybe.
Sorry to
I don't know.
go around such an opposite.
I'm gonna have to look up the history.
Tax dollars at work.
Oh, this was Daryl.
But I just wanted to point out these stairs here. These stairs are devoted to Katrina Trask. They were actually put together by George Peabody. You know, when Katrina Trask died, she was so popular here in town that the whole city stopped for about 2 or 3 days for her funeral. And then George Peabody got together with the citizens of Saratoga and they built these beautiful stairs. Actually, this used to be one of the main entrances to the park. And it was before they decided to build a Holiday Inn right there. George Peabody's house used to be right where the lobby of the Holiday Inn
What's
is.
that? Is that the first Holiday Inn I've ever
And
spent?
by the way,
Really?
George
In New York.
Peabody and Katrina are buried together up at Yaddo. You can't go see their graves, but because they're in the back. Spencer and his children are buried at Greenwood Cemetery in Brooklyn. It is a huge cemetery, more than 500,000 souls there. And one other thing, it's a little hard to see here, but right here in front of us is what looks like a birdhouse, but it is actually a security camera. You are all on television. So now we're going to go up and talk about some haunted houses. Sorry about this, a little tricky there.
You got a couple like. I'm still cold. Yeah, I'm always cold. So like.
Yeah, it's all there. New feet.
Huh?
So I got new feet tripping outside.
Oh, this grass is really bugging me.
Yep. I just moved mine. Is that park hungry?
Make yourself at home right in here. We're going to talk about two houses.
Try that one or that one.
Might get a little closer so you can hear me. So we're going to talk about two houses. One is the house across the street. This is the headquarters of the Presbyterian Church in this northern part of New York. And it has something that very few buildings built in this era, which is before 1900, have, and that is an elevator.
Oh, wow.
So they bought the building and they started having problems with the elevator. The thing started going up and down on its own, and they couldn't quite figure out what the problem was. They brought in an elevator repairman. He couldn't fix it.
They obviously
So
they
they
didn't think that
called
was
up
really
the
funny.
previous owners
Pushed
of
my
the
phone back
building,
into me.
which was the Catholic Church. This used to be a convent. And,
Oh, that's why it's not
this
funny.
is
It's a
where the
convent.
nuns lived.
Yeah.
And so they called up the sisters and said, "Sisters, did you have a problem with the elevator going up and down on its own?" And the sisters said, "Oh yeah, don't worry about that. That's just Monsignor Burns. Monsignor Burns used to love to come over and give the nuns rides up and down on the elevator. And after he passed away, the thing started going up and down on its own. And we just figured that was Monsignor Burns' spirit who had come over to give the nuns rides up and down on the elevator and play with the elevator himself."
We got shivers.
So actually they never were able to
Chills.
fix it, and they ended up having to replace it. As soon as you replace things like that, all the spirits leave. They like the things that they were comfortable with when they were on this earth. So the other building that's kind of interesting around here that I know some of you are familiar with, that is the Bachelor Mansion. Bachelor
right there.
Mansion is probably the second nicest bed and breakfast.
No, but so very interesting. I do have a question. So, where do they go if you like? You know what I'm saying? Like you said, how like if they replace parts and stuff like that. So then what happens?
They just disappear. You know, eventually the energy runs out.
They don't leave. No, they don't. They don't ever leave. They just go
They just
on
stop
to.
showing themselves.
Yeah, they just go on to the next thing.
Stories told about the Bachelor Mansion and the things that showed up when they were working on it.
No, I just know the history of the building.
Okay, well, you tell me you fill me in.
Sorry, no, I don't want to. I'm not going to rain on your parade, but go ahead. But I can elaborate a little bit.
Oh, okay. So anyway, it was built for a man named George Batchelor. He was the youngest member ever of the New York State Legislature. He was only 25 when he got elected. And his father was a builder and actually owned a woodworking factory and built all of this, all of these beautiful details that were in that building.
Makes me wonder if that was the sawmill we went to.
He went on to have quite a
Not a
career
good
in politics.
say
He
that.
became Assistant Secretary of the Treasury.
Dang, it was.
He became
The guy put the song on. He had beautiful furniture. Remember all the
ambassador
pictures?
to
Yeah.
Egypt.
We
He
found that
goes
one
over to
picture of
Egypt.
who we think is the owner.
His wife
And he was
dies
older.
over there. So he has her
Creepy.
body embalmed, which
ahead of
the
everybody.
Egyptians are very good at. Brings it back a year or two later when he comes back to the United States and buries it in Green Ridge. Buries it in Green Ridge Cemetery.
No, somebody was just being silly, going by. They're pretty close.
So they buried it in Green Ridge Cemetery, which is right down at the end of this street. And you can't miss her grave when you go into Green Ridge Cemetery because he built this big Egyptian temple on top of it. It's quite something. Actually, then he was married, his son was married, and sealed the temple.
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, this building went through a terrible time during the bad years of Saratoga. It became
No,
a
you're
very
good.
popular place for weird parties. The city had taken it over because they didn't pay taxes.
Beautiful mansion.
I got 3 of them over here.
I got 3 sitting here too.
Do you?
4.
Oh yeah, there's 4. Yo, look at this. Josh. It's not light reflection. You know how people say it's light reflection? See my hand?
Oh, yep.
It's really there. Because if it was a reflection from the light, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's creepy. Me, I'm like, I'm going to put it right in front of my camera. Which means they're literally, what, a couple inches?
So they were standing in front of you.
Exactly. He's like, no, they're standing for it.
There's something otherworldly. So, do you know any of the ghost stories from the?
So, it's George Batchelor and his wife Catherine. And as he said, Catherine, unfortunately, she did pass in Egypt and then she was buried. They had a daughter named Kate. And Kate had what was back then very scandalous was a relationship with a woman named Amelia.